And then after they did that person, so we could all witness it, then we would do a group regression. And the first night, nothing happened for me. I'm like, bummer. And everybody around me is coming out of their regression with these amazing stories and insights about this, that, and the other. And I'm like, what is going on here? And I didn't even begin to think, oh, well, it's not real. I mean, I was just like, what's going on with me that this isn't happening for me. And so next week I'm like, well, it'll happen next week. And so I came back next week, same thing, picked a subject for the chair in the room. We watched that person do their thing. And then the group was regressed. And once again, everybody's recounting their wonderful and interesting experiences. And I'm like, got nothing, right? Third week, rinse and repeat, same thing. Fourth week, rinse and repeat, same thing. Fifth week, rinse and repeat, nothing. I'm getting a little bit bummed, to say the least. Well, but something different happened on the sixth week. Our teacher had to be gone, and so she had a substitute who was actually, turns out, her teacher. And she was someone by the name of Frida Morris. Here's one of her books on the screen. Um, and it came time to pick that person for the chair, who's going to be the one who got individually regressed. And I'm thinking, it's going to be me. It's going to be me. Free to pick somebody else. I immediately, it wasn't planned. I just immediately burst into tears. And Frida did not miss a beat. And she just came to me and she says, why don't you just lay back on your mat? And she immediately took me into hypnosis itself. And I'm like, okay. And I went with it. And we didn't even try to regress. And she said, basically, what's happening with you? What's going on? And what had been going on in my life at that time is that I had undergone really a very traumatic breakup with some guy I'd been involved with. I mean, I laugh now, but it had really taken over my life. And I was so prideful back then. I just didn't even want to admit this guy got over on me. He got the better of me, right? Anyhow, I was able to utter the words about this breakup and just a couple words of what happened. And then that was it. And to me, I thought this took about 5 minutes. It was about 30, right? I came out of the regression or the hypnosis. And when I opened my eyes, Frida just turned around and went back up to the center of the room to begin to bring the class into the experience. And as I looked up at her, I remember my third eye, this area was pulling. I always get this pulling sensation. I could see color all around her, and not just one color. She looked like she was sitting in a rainbow with all these different layers of color, and I was in awe.